the very first television, and I think I'm right in saying the very first television in Montgomery was in Bunner's shop. And I remember us trying to get around Alan, and Alan had just come back from the pub, but we were telling Alan what great supporters of Glamorgan we were. Yes. And there was a chap called Gilbert Parkhouse who was playing. That's right. I think he played for England in Compton's time in '48.
He went on the tour to Australia. Yeah. Ah, right. Parkhouse.
Anyway, we said Alan allowed us, and this whole group of lads in this funny little television. It couldn't have been a foot sort of rector. We were sat on the, do you remember this, Ken? We were all sat there watching this, you know, and we didn't make too much noise because Alan was keeping an eye on this as well. But I think that was about the first television in Montgomery. Alan, but you would know.
Well, I put it up.
You put it up there? All right. Well,
yeah, I put most of the first televisions up in Montgomery.
Yeah.
Well, I had two incidents in my life with Parkhouse.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. First, I went to play for Welsh Bull on tour, and we were playing at St Helens. I may have told you this story before. And we went to St Helens to play on about the Wednesday of the week's tour, and I was in really good nick, and I thought, oh, lovely ground. I'll get some runs here. You walk the pavilions up there, and you walk about 90 steps down to the playing surface, and out to the wicket. And I noticed a little man when I came out of the pavilion up there, sitting right by the pavilion door, sitting there, overcoat and a black Homburg hat, which was a bit unusual in midsummer. I went down to the wicket, took guard, looked round. First ball, this bloke, he absolutely did me. I walked back. I was furious with myself, going up these steps, and the old boy at the top said, "Long way down there, boy, for nothing," he said. And this is Gilbert Parkhouse, his father. Oh, yeah. And you talk about him going on tour to Australia. I was playing for a North Wales 11 at Colwyn Bay on a Sunday. A lot of people there. And I went in to open with Gilbert Parkhouse, and you know, you feel a bit overawed with a chap like him. Anyway, I'll say this in my favour. I was ahead of him on the scoring. I got about 20 or something. And a chap came running out from the gate in the pavilion, and he was coming towards the square, and I was having a word with Gilbert in the middle of the wicket. I wondered what this was all about. And he said, "Mr. Parkhouse," and he said, "Yes." He said, "You're to report to Lord's immediately." He said, "You're in the side to go to Australia," because he was added in. So he left the ground then, and I never saw him again, but a good player.
Yeah.
A beautiful player. Wonderful man.
Yeah.